What's going on, everybody? You see a Jaguar back with GenJag.com, and I was really excited to make this video because I thought Tony Boselli was for sure going to get into the Hall of Fame after he had developed a lot of momentum after last year, and a lot of just the national guys were saying that they really thought it was going to be his year. However, he did not get into the Hall of Fame. And then I thought definitely Calais Campbell was going to win Defensive Player of the Year after the year that he had. But he also got snubbed. So we are seeing some kind of trend when it comes to the Jaguars always getting snubbed for these kind of national awards, and it's quite ridiculous. So I'm going to go ahead and first of all make the case for Tony Boselli. Now, Tony Boselli was a dominant offensive lineman when he played. He was pretty much the best in the NFL in his era. You know, he made like the All-Decades team, 5-time Pro Bowler, 3-time first-team All-Pro. But the thing that works against Tony Boselli is that he did not have much longevity. You know, he played in he was a Jaguar for 7 years. You know, just didn't have that long of a career just because he got derailed by injury. However, there are guys like Terrell Davis that made the Hall of Fame, and he only had 6 years of playing football. So, you know, this is not the Hall of Longevity, it's the Hall of Fame, and you get into the Hall of Fame by being dominant at your position. And, you know, for over half a decade, Tony Boselli was very, very dominant at his position. Now, when we have a player like Tony Boselli get snubbed, it's not like a player on another team like the Cowboys, for example. If they don't get a guy into the Hall of Fame, then it's just like kind of like whatever. But with the Jaguars, we don't have any Jaguars in the Hall of Fame, and you know, a lot of that's just because of the fact that we are a small market team, and a lot of voters and teams kind of look over us. And it's just unfortunate for not only just the city of Jacksonville and the team of Jacksonville, but also these players, because you also have guys like Fred Taylor that are pretty much amongst the top ranks of running backs, but you know, he's not going to get in until, you know, years after Tony Boselli gets in. You know what I mean? Like, we need Tony Boselli to get in first, so we kind of open up the map for players like Fred Taylor or players like Jimmy Smith to potentially get in. But you know, it's just absolutely ridiculous that Tony Boselli did not get in. However, you know, he still has his chances to get in. You know, I definitely expect him to get in sometime in the next 5 years, but it's just a little ridiculous. I mean, they just, like the Hall of Fame voters, they basically get into a room and basically politic against each other. You know, they're all of a sudden really trying to get for their guy and politic on why you guys should vote for him, instead of these people actually going back and looking at tape of these guys. You know, like when you have wide receivers get in, you know, it's so easy to look at a guy like Randy Moss and Terrell Owens and say, you know, look at this guy's numbers. Look at his, you know, that kind of thing. It's so easy just to look at the raw stats and be able to say, this guy needs to get in. But, you know, with offensive linemen, you don't really have much statistics. You really have to look back at the tape and figure out what's going on with it. And I don't know if these people really have access to that kind of stuff. And it's really unfortunate. Hopefully, sooner or later, he will get in, but you never know. Now, moving on to Calais Campbell, I thought Calais Campbell was going to be a lock for Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, here's a guy who made the Pro Bowl. He made the NFL All-Pro list, first team at defensive end and second team at defensive tackle. He made the All-Pro list on 2 different levels, and Aaron Donald gets in over him. I mean, granted, I know Aaron Donald's a great player, but I mean, just look at the numbers for these guys. Donald, 11 sacks. Calais Campbell, 14.5 sacks. Aaron Donald, 32 tackles. Calais Campbell, 47 tackles. And Calais Campbell gets snubbed. And not only is Calais Campbell just a great player on the field, but the way he came into Jacksonville, his very first year as a free agent, and just came over and dominated on the field and off the field. You know, he is just a great leader, and he really transformed this defense. You know what I mean? We were a 3-13 team last year, and he took us to 10-6 in the AFC Championship game, so close to the Super Bowl. And you're going to put a guy like Aaron Donald up there? Like, give me a damn break. It's just, it's so unfortunate. I mean, the Rams, they got all kinds of awards. You know, they got Coach of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year. They're getting all these damn rewards to this freaking LA team, and they're going to leave out the small market Jacksonville team. Give me a break with that bullshit. I mean, it's just, it's so ridiculous. I mean, I think Todd Gurley deserved Offensive Player of the Year. You know, Sean McVay, you know, it's pretty much a throw up between all the coaches. I mean, I mean, McVay deserved it, Doug Peterson deserved it, Zimmer deserved it. You can make the case for Doug Marone. You know, that's kind of a toss-up. I'm not as, you know, butthurt about that, but Calais Campbell, dude, he so deserved the Defensive Player of the Year. But you're just going to give it to the team in LA, you know, give it to the most popular team. And I don't know about you guys, but I watched the NFL awards last night, and they weren't even like mentioning Jacksonville. Jaguars were a top 4 team in the NFL this year, and they only get a little slimmer of like acknowledgement or anything like that. And it's a bunch of crap. Like this whole thing is just a popularity contest. The Jaguars just have so much working against them, and quite frankly, the only way the Jaguars will ever get any kind of respect is if we actually go to the Super Bowl and win it. So, you know, that's what we're going to go out there and try to do next year. You know, hopefully, like, we can go back and have a really good year next year and maybe get some, like, Player of the Year awards, but probably not. And Tony Boselli will probably be snubbed again for the Hall of Fame because we are the Jaguars, and quite frankly, the Jaguars do not get any respect. So, yeah, I mean, that's the end of my video. Quite frankly, I'm a little pissed off. And now I have to watch this stupid-ass Super Bowl tonight where the Patriots will probably win it because, of course, they had the refs on their side. So, you know, hopefully it's a good game. I have squares going on, so I'm just trying to win some money. You know, I'll be just rooting for scores while I cringe while watching this stupid-ass Super Bowl. But, yeah, I mean, that's the end of my video. As you see a Jaguar with JinJag.com. Peace out.